So if you're on this Zoom with us today, congratulations, you're stepping into leader role. I know a lot of you I talked to over the last couple of days. We drew out where this company is going. We expressed the option that there might be a new advisory board coming here in a few months, and you want to be at least an A8 probably to be in the running for that, because there's a lot of people that are right at that A6, A7, A8 range. So if you want to be in that running, I know there's some people on here that would like to be considered for that. And I don't know how many they'll be choosing, but I know they'll be choosing from the leaders that are in that range. So my goal today is to help you set a plan so that when September comes, which is what, 2 days away, kind of, day and a half. We count every minute at the end of the month. So I'm not going to write August off. We've still got a lot of flurry of activity over the next day. So, but when September comes, I want you to come into it with a game plan and with a solid goal. So as leaders or builders in this industry, it's really fun to be able to set our goals, but I'm just going to tell you right now, the only thing you can control is yourself. You can set by example, you can lead by example. A team speed is often managed by, or following in the footsteps of the speed of the leader. So you can't be half in and expect your people to be all in. It doesn't really work that way. You got to be running yourself. But that's really all you can control. So as we look at A5, if you're just coming out of the gate and A5 is your goal for September, A5 is 7,500 group volume. So that can come from the people that you tell, the people that they tell, and so on down through your organization. But you need 7,500. Just so that you know, my cheats that I use, usually when I'm doing things, I'll have my back office open on my laptop or my desktop, and I'll have my phone open next to me. And I go to activz.info in the compensation plan section, and I usually open up my chart. Some of you have printed that off and it's in your flip chart. That's great too. It's bigger and easier to see, but use the one page. I don't know if we can get this to where you can see it. Kind of colors coming through a little bit. The one page shot of the compensation plan is extremely helpful. So when we're looking at it, let's look at A5 specifically. A5 says $7,500 in volume. It says that you can have, underneath that it says max OV and minimum OV. So that's organizational volume. That's what OV stands for. So the max OV at an A5 is 6,000. The min OV is $375. Very doable. So you can have up to $6,000 out of your big leg. If you have one leg take off, it's okay. You can have up to $6,000 of it from that one leg, and you need to have your other legs. You need to have 3 legs as an A5. So the other 2 legs need to be at least at $375. So if you're bringing somebody in with a $500 pack, that's one person in each of 2 other legs outside of your big growing leg. Very, very, very doable. If you've got a runner that's running with you, you're blessed, and it's a lot more fun and a lot easier to hit that rank. But let's say you don't. Let's say you're the leader and you're just starting from scratch. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can sign up 4 people like we talk about, and you can help 3 of those 4 sign up their 4. That would get you there if you do that in September. Or because it's easier to do yourself than it is to count on your people, right? We can only control the speed at which we are running. So you can sign up 10 people, and then you help 2 of those sign up 4. And out of 10, you're going to find 3 or 4 that are ready to run. So helping 2 of them sign up 4 is simple, or help 4 of them sign up 2. That's simple, because those 4 out of the 10 are ready to go. They're ready to run. You're not trying to push them to action. They're excited and they're ready to get started. Ideally, we want to help them sign up 3, not 2. Because 3 is going to put that extra bonus in their pocket. They're going to get an extra 80 on top of it, which just makes their check a little bigger, helps their dream grow a little bigger, and helps their belief grow faster. So I ran some numbers. If you were to sign up 10, and I want to do it on the 10 because that's what you can control. If you sign up the 10, you're going to get $1,000 in fast start bonus, $100 per each one. We're assuming they come in with the $500 pack on this. You're also going to make the 500 club. So there's another 500 that you would make. You're going to get the A2 bonus, which is $100 in product credit. You're going to make the A4 bonus, which is $250. If you do it all in September, which is what this is based on, you'd get the $80 additional. So that's a total of, I didn't add the 80 in, so it would be $1,830 plus your $100 product credit. So $1,800 in your first month of building. That's a good story. You want your good launch story. You want to be able to talk to the people and say, well, in my first month when I launched, and if it isn't your first month, then add the when I launched. It's okay. If you're still within your first 30 days, even better. If you're coming to the end of your first 30 days and you signed up at the end of July and you're barely at the end of your 30 days, you want to try and get at least 3 of those people signed up before your 30 days is up if you can, so that you can have that extra bonus on top of it. Because it not only unlocks the 80, it unlocks anything that they do in September. So it can be a pretty good bonus. So we want to make sure that that's a possibility if you're still within your first 30 calendar days. So $1,800, that's a pretty good start. And that's what Diane pretty much did. She signed up a chunk of people and she helped a few of them sign up a few people. That's what Matthew did. He signed up a chunk of people and he found the ones that were ready to run and he helped them. And so it's something that we've done from the beginning. That's what I did. That's what Coco did. That's what people have done. They sign up a chunk and then we go help them sign up their people. And that's the best way to launch, in my opinion. If you want to take it up just a notch and shoot for A6 in September, sign up your 10 people. That's the same $1,000. Help 4 of those sign up 4, which out of 10, you should find 3 or 4 people that you can't hold them back. They're already out talking to people. They're already calling their golf buddies. They're already calling the ladies that they go to lunch with. Everybody seems to have this little circle of influence. They've done networking before together, or they've done things together in their life before, and they have this little circle that they can call quick and easy, and you can't stop them. So 4 out of your 10 are doing that. You're actually going to hit 6, not 5. So that's exciting. You'd get 320 from their signups. You'd get 500 from hitting the 500 club. You'd get your product credit for A2, your 250 at A4, your 500 at A6. And I didn't do the math on that. Let's see, 2000, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's around, let's see, that's not right either. Bigger numbers, 2, 25, 26. It's going to be around $2,600 or $2,700 that you would make in September, just by signing up your 10 and helping 4 of those go get their 4. So in order for people to go get their people, though, you have to have your chunk in early on. So that means that today and tomorrow we're planting a ton of seeds. So how do we do that? First of all, Eric is very, very adamant that you know your goals and have them written down. So if he was in your living room, he would have been hammering on the fact that you need to take a whiteboard marker and go into your mirror, go into your car, somewhere that you're going to see often, and write your goal somewhere where you can see it. I had a mentor that told me, write your goal, put it on your computer, flip it. You can actually flip in most Word programs, and then put it in your dashboard and it'll reverse and show in your mirror, or not mirror, show in a mirror on your glass. So if it's sitting on your dashboard and it reflects, it's going to show your goal sitting on your glass that you look out to drive. So that's an option. Eric just did it the easy way and took a whiteboard marker and wrote all over the window. Wrote on his rear view mirror. He actually wrote it backward. He did do a reverse image and wrote it backward on his back window of the car so he could see it from his rearview mirror. When he got in, he knew exactly what he was running for, what his goals were. So make sure you know what your goal is coming into September. And then we've learned enough about the different laws of the universe. One that you want to use is the law of the vacuum. So if your goal is to sign up 10 people, you need to have that drawn somewhere where you can see it all the time. If it's on your refrigerator, if it's on your bathroom mirror, put it somewhere where you can see it. If it's on a big whiteboard that you can have in a prominent spot, that's fine too. But when you draw the 10 circles, make them dotted circles. And it's just another subliminal vacuum to work in your favor. Every time we've drawn dotted circles anywhere, they fill in much faster than when we have solid circles. It's subtle, but it's a little tweak, a little detail that'll help you get there faster. So if you've got 7 and you're looking for 3, those 3 are going to be dotted circles, right? And if the goal is then to help these 4 people go get their people, they're dotted circles. Anywhere we're trying to fill in, draw it, visualize it, make them dotted. Universe abhors a vacuum. If you don't believe me, walk along a shoreline, walk just inside the water line, and see how long your footsteps last. They don't. They fill in. The sand fills in, the water fills in, everything rushes in to fill in that gap. And it's a principle that we've learned over and over. If you're lacking money, give money away, create a vacuum, and watch the money fill back in. If you're wanting new clothes, give away clothes and watch the clothes come back in. It's a fun principle to play with, but in this case, do the dotted circles, do the dotted on your mirror, on your whiteboard, so that you can let it fill in. I love, love, love the idea that Matthew teaches of marbles. I know that Corrine brought beans for all of you that were up in Washington. If you didn't come away with them, you'll have to find your own substitute, but I think a lot of you came away with her magic beans. Put them in your pocket so you can feel them when you're walking around. You can feel them when you sit down. The jeans I'm wearing only have back pockets. It's very uncomfortable. But it keeps me aware that I need to be calling people, not that I need the reminder, because I'm on the phone all day long every day. But it is a good reminder. Thank you, Matthew, for that. And I'll let you expound on that when you're ready and you do your training. I don't want to steal your thunder. But do something to remind you. Do something so that before you go to bed, you have met your own goal of how many people you're going to talk to that day, how many people you're going to help. And as soon as you have your base done, all of your focus needs to be shifting to your people. So if you are already partway there, let's say you've been in for a little while and you're already at an A3 or an A4, know what your goal is, know what the difference is, and then I don't go off of just the difference in volume, because some of what happened that made you the rank you are was from new enrollments, and that's a double whammy for points. So if they do 500 the first month they come in and the next month they fall to 240, you can't count that person as the same volume. So let's say you hit A4 in August, but you want to go to A5 in September. That's a $2,500 volume difference. But you're going to have to do more than that to make up the difference, because some of those people are going to fall to a lower volume for September. So I always, especially at these lower ranks, I always just start with as if I was working from nothing, right? So even if you were A3 or A4, if you're trying to get to A5, if you start out with the intention of finding 15 people, you'll probably accidentally hit A6, but you know you'll hit your goal. So we're overshooting the goal. We're setting the goal bigger than what we actually need, because we know we're going to have some volume come in through auto ships, but that way we're not counting on it. We're not banking on it. We're doing what we can control. And that's how Eric and I have always built our business. We've always built our business as if the whole thing rested on us, and we took the responsibility for its success or failure. This is your business. And if you'll treat it that way, and you'll take the responsibility and run with it that way, then you'll see the success. So if you already have people in, don't go sign up 10 if you've got people that are asking for your help, right? If you've got people that are showing excitement and desire to be leaders, don't be so tunnel vision on the goals that we're setting here that you leave them out, right? You might only need to sign up 3 or 4 to shore up a leg or 2 that's not got the people in it that are excited. So if you're already into the game, it's going to be a little bit different story. But if you're starting from scratch, the goal is 10, and then identify 3 or 4 of those, help them get their 4, and start to build this thing. As it starts to build out, you're going to see that some people stay excited, some people get excited, and some people forget why they got excited. So you're working with the ones that are excited, you're working with the ones that need to be motivated, you're getting them in front of these type of things anytime you can. Hopefully the people that got with us over the weekend were excited enough that you're still excited today on Monday. Hopefully you are. But the bottom line is we are literally starting the foundation of the United States. So you're first, you're it. When they do the trainings and they're looking for 5 or 6 people to come and be the trainers, you want to be the ones they're choosing from. And right now it's just an all-out foot race to see who's going to be that set of A8s or A10s that are the leaders that are picked from. Eric and I have a running challenge for the first 100 people that hit A12. You get one of our bronze eagles, and some of you know what that is. And for the rest of you, you need to go to activz.info, go through the fast pass system section, and you'll see it. It's a program that's designed to create leaders and help you have leaders backed by leaders backed by leaders in your organization. This is the long-term play, right? 100 A12s can take as long as it wants to take, but the timing that we have right now should keep you awake. It should keep you so excited that you can't sleep, because this is your chance. This is your turn to literally position yourself in front of what could be $1 billion opportunity, and be one of those top people, be one of the first to hit the top levels of the company. When we were building hard and fast in our last company, we were passed. We had somebody underneath us hit the top before we did. And it was awesome. That's a really good problem to have a runaway leg. It's a really good problem to have a leader that just wants it so bad. And part of the reason was because we were spending a lot of our time down in that team, really helping, because when you've got momentum and you've got great leadership, you want to support it. And if they pass you in the process, it's okay, you'll get there. But you want to be in that first group of 5 or 10 that are hitting the top of the company. So right now that's up for grabs, and nobody really has that big of a head start over anybody else. That's the crazy part of it. It's just really up for grabs. So we are at A10, but I've got, 3 or 4 people that are really right barking at the door, knocking at the door, maybe a better term, of A8. They're right on our tails. So any one of them could come up with this great person that signs next week and just jump past us. It's literally that early. So the question is, who are you talking to? Who do they know? And you don't know who the biggest person in your organization is going to be. But Eric Worre teaches, and a lot of the top big leaders teach, that there's going to be somebody show up in your organization that's worth $1 million to you. So we have to spread the net wide enough, big enough, fast enough to be able to find that person who knows that person. So if somebody's telling you no, get the referral from them. If somebody isn't quite sure, let them stay a customer, but start getting referrals from them, because somebody is going to get it. And when they get it, if they enroll as a distributor, they either sign under you, but I always go back to the customer that referred me and offer it to them, because it's a good way to get them to upgrade if they start to see the value and be a distributor. Guys, there's so much I want to just cram into this, but my main thing is, don't judge the people that you're talking to. Don't prejudge. Don't decide whether they want it or they don't want it, or they're too rich or they're too this or too that. You don't know. And if their name comes to your mind, don't question that. God's hand is all through this whole thing, literally. I know some of you had this conversation. We had this conversation when I was in Washington, how beautiful and blessed this opportunity is. And if you're having a name come to your mind, we don't know. We don't know what they were praying for this morning. We don't know what situation they were in last night. They might look on the outside like everything is fabulous, but they may have made it through COVID by the skin of their teeth. And here they are seeing things again, starting to shut down, starting to have issues, and they're scared to death that their business can't withstand another bout of this. So if they're praying for a solution, they're praying for a way to be able to keep their business open, they're praying for something, and your name comes to their mind and you say, oh, they're doing fine. They have this big business, everything's great. We might have just missed an opportunity to really bless a life and find a leader that would be a huge impact on your team. So don't question. If a name comes to your mind, talk to them, because there might be a reason that you don't know yet. Okay, and then don't be attached to the answer. Guys, we're so early, people will either get it or they don't. So it's a case of next, 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 moving through quickly. So make sure when you come into September, your list is long. If you don't have a list and you don't know your why and you don't have your goals, those are your first 3 homework assignments for today. So figure out why you're doing this and keep that why in front of you. Figure out what your goal is and have it drawn out somewhere that you can see it. If you're a paper person and you want to put it on your notebook or put it where you can carry it around with you in your purse and your wallet, that's fine. But we prefer something visual. Glass surfaces work really great. I came home one day and Eric had drawn all over my fridge. I just about came unglued. Thought it was going to be there forever. And he'd been passionate and it was not pretty. And he just kind of scrawled things all over the place and I was not thrilled. But dry erase does come off even a refrigerator. But you can put your goal wherever you want it. Just make sure you know what it is and have it clearly spelled out. If you're not sure because your business isn't starting from ground zero and you've got some things you need to work through, call me and we'll make a specific game plan. If you're running for the trip and you're just not sure, and you should have probably 60 points or something come the end of August. We'll see how their points shake out. They haven't done their final tally and posted all the points yet, but you want to be somewhere in the tune of 60, 70 points to hopefully hit the goal of the trip. If it doesn't hit this trip, that's okay. I know for Spokane, there's a few other things that are in the works that'll be fun along the way, and there will be trips down the road. Keep your head down, keep focused, and get your team growing, because when the next one's announced, you want to be at an A8, A10, A12 rank so that you can capture that trip and take your people with you. So trip or no trip, right now we want to be very clear on your goals. We want to be very clear so that we're setting a strong foundation, so that we're identifying the leaders that you're going to run with all the way to the top. So that's it for me today. I hope this is helpful. I hope there's a few more nuggets that you picked up. If you're not clear on things, please reach out to me. I think everybody on here should probably have my phone number. If you don't, you're welcome to get it from your upline. I'm happy to share that. Just so that you are aware, we've had a couple things happen in our lives the last 24 hours that have quarantined both Eric and I. So we are 100% attentive to this business right now. So I'm going to be doing Zooms every single night. Tonight, I had a conflict where I've already got a call scheduled, so there won't be one tonight, but there will be one tomorrow night that Eric is doing. And then I have Zooms every other night this week. They will be posted on the app by tonight. So there's always going to be something for you to plug your people into. We love the idea of still doing house meetings and pulling people together if you can, if they're close, a neighbor, a friend, somebody that you would pull in and do a meeting with. If we came and said, okay, we're doing a meeting at your house, who would you invite? Still invite them and have that little face-to-face and that connection personally, and throw it on your computer and let us, let it be part of our Zoom as if I were there. And our teams around the country that have been doing that are growing really fast. And I'm going to be doing that every single night. Eric's schedule has changed just a little bit. He's had some medical things that we have to stop and be attentive to so that they don't turn into bigger things. So he's also going to be moving to Zooms for a little bit, but it's short-lived. He'll be back on the road really soon. And I've just got to make sure that I'm not passing anything. I walked back into COVID when I got home. So that's life. But she's doing well. My daughter's doing well, and well wishes from everybody are great. So thank you for all your love, your support. We are here to help you. Please don't hesitate to call or text if you need 3 ways. I'm doing them all day long. I'm happy to do them for you and for your team and help you all get going. There isn't ever going to be a time like this again. Obviously, there's always going to be the excitement of building the business, but right now, where it's so up for grabs, who's going to be that foundational leadership of the company? If you want it, It's yours. It's up for the taking. And there isn't a limit on it. If 15 people qualified, that's awesome. When you get to the top, it doesn't matter how many there are. There's plenty of room at the top. So claim your place, claim your win. So just know that we're here to help you. All right, this is a wrap. We're going to stop our recording.